There were some mixed signals in the third quarter. On the one hand, the equity markets, the S&P 500 made a new all-time high, I think in July.
These gains soon evaporated. Over the next 2 weeks, the S&P 500 fell over 6%. This was due to investor fears that were reignited due to a simmering U.S.-China trade war. The VIX, a measure of volatility, reached highs not seen since last December.
There was a huge plunge in yields, and the inversion of one of the key rates that people look at, the 2-year yield versus the 10-year yield. Now, that's often been used as a signal of an impending recession. On the other hand, there's another part of the economy that is behaving much differently than you would expect if there was a recession on the horizon. Consumer confidence is near an all-time high and has been so for months. Retail sales have been strong. And I think that the mixed signals that we're seeing are causing investors to really scratch their heads and wonder, is this just the economy decoupling between manufacturing and services, between U.S. and elsewhere? Or are the bad parts that we're seeing going to eventually win the tug of war and pull the whole economy into a recession, despite the strength of the consumer market?
The third quarter of 2019 has been an interesting period in the Sukuk market. Most issuance tends to originate from the Gulf Cooperative Council, what is known as the GCC. The overall dynamics in the GCC region continue to be constructive, given the overall economic outlook, favorable inflationary outlook, as well as stable oil prices and balanced budgets by the government.
Performance data quoted herein represents past performance and is no guarantee of future results. Investment return and principal value of an investment will fluctuate so that an investor's shares, when redeemed, may be worth more or less than their original cost. Current performance may be significantly higher or lower than data quoted herein. Performance current to the most recent month end can be obtained by visiting www.amanafunds.com or by calling toll-free 1-800-728-8762. Please consider an investment's objectives, risks, charges, and expenses carefully before investing. To obtain this and other important information which you should carefully consider before investing about the Amana funds in a free prospectus or summary prospectus, please visit www.amanafunds.com or call 1-800-728-8762.